Alright everyone, coming up with our second to last run of this marathon, a very fancy, very special game, bullets per minute, rhythm game, cross first person shooter, and roguelike. Let's see how that combination turns out, and I'll give it over to ch1pset and Bartget.
Hello, I'm ch1pset. I'm gonna be running the game, and my commentator is Bart. Well, we just call him Bart.
Hello. I'm just Bart, yeah. I mean, username Bartget, which is a stupid pun, but just Bart.
Yeah. So, there was some noise on Twitter about running Hellish. I'm sorry to inform you that I will not be running Hellish. But I am going to take it a step up and I'm going to run hard. So I'm not going to start a new run. I'm going to do a fixed seed for the sake of actually getting through an entire run to show everything. So that's why I'm going to start from continue. This is completely illegal on the leaderboards, but
so breaking all the rules as a mod, as a speedrunning mod, just breaking the rules.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's go ahead and begin. 3, 2, 1, go. So this game has an in-game timer.
God, it's gonna have to do with the wait a bit. Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's go.
And it's
right. I didn't want to. Oh,
it's gonna be a little difficult for me to say stuff while I'm.
Oh, don't worry, I got
Yeah.
it. I rant plan feed. Yeah, one thing I did want to get out of the way initially is that this type of speedrunning is a roguelike, so this is quite different from most of the other speedruns we've seen today in that it is much more dynamic. There is like tricks, of course, and ways to speed things up and a bit of like strategy and all, but it is mostly just like on the spot, being able to make those decisions rather than knowing a route, knowing what to do when and where. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, I guess one thing I did try out that was a decent comparison was something that a lot of people might be familiar with is Minecraft speedrunning. You just like you do a run, and each run is going to be unique and pose its own challenges, but there are like, of course, there is strategies you can apply. And yeah, music, god, bangers. I can't listen to it right now, otherwise I'm gonna have like hear things twice. But the soundtrack for this game, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to cover in this game. For example, I mean, if the rules of the game aren't clear, it says rhythm game, of course, but
can I say something?
Yeah,
so I just picked up the haunted revolver, or what we call the haunted revolver. This is one of the better guns in the game.
Yeah, there's definitely like there obviously there's a number of things you'll be on the lookout for, particularly guns, of course. You do not want to stick with the starting gun. It is not good in terms of damage. It is the worst in terms of damage output, isn't it?
Yes, it's actually the worst.
Yeah,
It's the worst if you don't count drop off, or like spread shots and only one pellet hitting. Something like that.
Yeah, and of course there's also the consideration of, this is total damage output, but how does the gun handle? For example, I can imagine that some might still prefer the pistol over, say, the energy cannon, because it's just that's gonna slow you down a lot.
I'm gonna go pick up some health, because I took a couple of hits. That was a vengeful Draugr, and vengeful means that oh crap, I forgot about this. So like I said, I'm playing a fixed seed. I'm gonna go back here to try and get some more coins.
Alright, yeah. Someone asked about the mechanics of the game, right? So I was gonna cover that real quick because it's not instantly clear what exactly is the point. So as was said, this is a shooter rhythm game, and as you can see, yeah, in the middle you have a crosshair that indicates the beats and half beats. The movement and jumping, just basic movement like that, is not tied down to the beat.
So I don't have enough coins for that item, so I'm gonna have to skip it.
Shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That is like, Helm of Rage is one of the best items, so him having to skip out on it here is basically disastrous.
It's fine.
Infested crypts. Oh god.
Yeah, infested is not a good.
Just to finish the explanation, shooting using abilities and dashing is tied to the rhythm. The rhythm being indicated by the crosshair in the middle with beats and half beats. So movement is free. Basically everything else is tied to the rhythm, and the enemies move to the rhythm as well. If you haven't noticed. Obviously it's a rhythm game. What else? But right, Helm of Rage.
I took a bit more damage than I was hoping I would.
I'm doing too well.
But I should be good.
You should probably.
We can technically skip because I have saves for every level, so.
Yeah, right.
If I die, it's no big deal.
And I do encourage people to check it out because it's a wonderful game. Yeah, skip to the final save. I mean, yeah, that would make it real fast. Having only to do what's it called? Helheim 2, Nidhogg.
Okay, so there's some health.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, like, the concept of it is, I think it was just Steam that recommended to me this game, but I was instantly like intrigued by it. It's just the combination of things.
Okay, so this is the choice room, or well room, actually it's called. You get a free item, so I'm picking up this.
So, right. Another important rule that needs to be addressed is items, because that also works quite a bit differently from most roguelikes, I'd assume. If you look in the bottom left, you can see that there's 4 slots, which means that you can only equip one of each of helmet, gloves, shields, and boots, or boots. So you need to be real selective in what items you want, because you can only have one of each, and the well room offers one of each as well. So it offers one set of boots, one shield, one helmet, and one pair of gloves. Just that out of the way. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, no, it's.
But you'll see that I'm like hopping around a lot, and that's because bunny hopping gives you extra momentum, or it preserves your momentum between jumps, and so you can actually build it up.
I have yet to be able to do that. I've been trying to learn it a little bit, but
I'm gonna keep a few coins.
There's a definitely. I mean, I think there isn't really a set tier list for items. But there's definitely, like, I mean, the main ones speedrunners will be looking for are probably the Helm of Rage.
Yeah, it's, I don't have the Helm of Rage here, so.
Yeah, he missed out on it because he didn't have enough money, but he did see it earlier. The Helm of Rage multiplies your damage based on your score multiplier. You can see in the top right.
Spam Fafnir, please, while he dances.
Fafnir has one of the coolest animations, but is sadly also one of the easiest and quickest to kill bosses. Oh, you're showing off his chance. Yes, guys, please. Fafnir, please. Thank you. Right. So you got Helm of Rage. You got the double damage shield, a Face of Death, I believe. Infinite ammo, though that one kind of depends on what weapon you're rolling with. What else we got? Like really important. There's 2 rings that increase all your stats by 1 each floor. Or rings, yeah,
rings
bracelets,
or
glove,
bracelets.
whatever.
Loki's and Midgard
Loki's
bracelet.
and Midgard, right? Yeah. So they definitely, those are, but those are the ones you're looking for early on in the game. Like if you find those in the last couple of levels, it's generally not worth it anymore.
Well, maybe Loki's, because it gives you extra health or maximum health.
Midgard's.
Oh,
Midgard's
yeah,
extra health, right?
Midgard's, yeah. Never mind.
So, I mean, that only if you're struggling on health, I guess. But if you already have a better ring at that point. And then for boots, it kind of depends. I mean, there's quite a few decent options.
And you have these stat alters that appear throughout the levels.
Right. Yeah, the styles you can see one right there. It's damage up. Yeah, so you just give 1 coin to an altar and it gives you 1 stat up. Very simple.
Oh,
but,
I'm gonna,
you know,
damage all enemies. I don't want that. I mean, it's good, but
it is, but that fire ability has bigger advantage. And we should also talk a bit about the.
You'll see some enemies they do these like animations that make them invulnerable. You can actually damage them with special abilities that have dots.
Yeah. Yeah, so for example, the secondary ability, if you look in the bottom middle, the ability on the right, you have it on the right mouse button, that's the firebolt. There is, for example, an enemy called the Guardian, and he points a shield towards you most of the time. So usually you have to wait until he does his attack and then you can run around and kill him. But with that, you can just shoot that firebolt at his shield and that will actually kill him, though it takes a couple of seconds. So yeah, there's ways to get around more. I mean, yeah, that is like one thing this game really teaches you well, is to be on beat. Right.
And that was a Guardian there that I shot with the firebolt.
Alright.
It's probably hard to see him, but
yeah, it's dark modifier. Yeah, there's burning hopping in this game.
Jumping boots.
Yeah.
So this gives me
mentioned that earlier.
This gives me a super jump, which.
Oh, you got angels. Yeah, those can be. I use those a bit as basically a replacement for bunny hopping.
So I got.
They seem quite a bit faster.
So I'm gonna get some shields, and that's gonna improve my survivability.
Yeah. Right, a thing as well as the category you're running is probably not that popular actually. So ch1pset's doing clear all rooms, which means, as you can see, he's going through all the rooms in each level, including the first wave of each challenge room, as they call it, and all the mini bosses, all the everything. So this is actually probably one of the categories that run less. Most people just do any %.
I'm gonna take this range increase. Flip
right.
up.
Range is not something to underestimate in this game. It can really be very useful. You don't start with a lot of range.
Also this gun in particular doesn't have good range.
Yeah.
So if you
soundtrack is banger.
If you have a chance to get a range
Yeah.
upgrade you should. For this gun, there's some guns that have infinite range, or at least one gun that
Not
does.
all, not infinite. There's one gun that does have the Scald starting gun. What's it called? I think it's called like just like the ping gun in the files. What do we
Yeah,
call it?
the ping
Galan
rifle.
or something. Ping rifle, right? That one has not infinite range, but it can already like basically
No,
shoot
but
across the room.
it's not that one. The bolt
Yeah, I know
the
there's
bolt
one with
rifle
infinite
has
range.
infinite range.
Yeah.
Ooh, Midgard. Oh no, Loki's bargain. This
oh.
one, I already have. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take it. Cause there's still some levels to go through, and
Yeah. So yeah, damage could be consideration. Range, it does help with range damage drop off for shotguns. I mean, the only guns that have damage drop off are shotguns. I'm pretty sure.
this one has damage drop off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and also I'm pretty sure the minigun has damage drop off, but I'm not 100% sure what it is.
I mean, I don't play a lot with a minigun anyways. I don't really like it a lot unless I have infinite ammo. Infinite ammo is probably
double damage. I'm gonna take that over range.
Damage, very, very, very nice. Yeah. I mean, you have the range stat basically maxed out already, right?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, range is max, so I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need that range increase, but I mean,
Well,
range is definitely like
the range shield does increase your range further.
yeah. I know it's not tied to the stats, but still, usually just a max range stat will deal with most things.
Yeah, but it definitely does help to have more range.
Well, no, I mean, it's the stats in this game also. So yeah, there's the 6 stats.
I promise you, this is the hardest boss in the game, even if I made it look super easy.
Golvig, yeah, Golvig is. Well, just the only reason it's easy right now. I'm gonna Golvig deserves its little moment here. Golvig is easily the hardest boss in the game. Not the final boss is peanuts and everything after this. But Golvig is the reason she really know. I'm just gonna assume she. Yeah, it is she, isn't she? Right, Grass discovered she jiggle physics. I remember that. No, she has the reason she's so difficult because she's one of the only bosses basically that has multiple things going on at once. So what she does is, you didn't get to see it there, but she puts down gates, kinda. She puts down this cross pattern across the entire arena, and it rotates like with the beats sometimes. So you have to pay attention to that as well as the attacks that track you really, really well.
Yeah, and the direction that it spins is random, so
yeah. On top of that, the arena also has a death pit at the edge, so you gotta pay attention to.
Look at these cute little guys. Oh god, I didn't.
Oh, it's the blow explode, you guys.
Come gather around, kids.
Your food. Oh, right. No, but so juggling and not getting hit by the gates, dodging her attacks, and not falling off the edge is what makes Golvig so difficult, because that is basically the only boss where you're juggling so many things at once. Any other boss, you're basically worrying about one thing at a time. Like even what was it? What's his name? There's a guy that's making like guides.
Oh,
for all the
Stringy?
bosses.
Yeah.
Stringy, yeah. I mean, I recommend people check them out if they wanna need some help on some of the bosses, because they're honestly pretty good. But even he was like, well, most of his title is like easy this boss, and even with Golvig, he was like easy-ish. Like it doesn't get easy. Golvig, it just she stays difficult. Even to speedrunners, she stays a menace most of the time. Unless, like, you're in this case where you kill her before she can even really attack.
Yeah, so like the best defense in this game is a better gun, basically.
Yeah. Guns are more. Haunted revolver is definitely, yeah. So in terms of guns, the top tier is definitely like haunted revolver, the double tap shotgun.
Whatever it's called. The newer guns from the new update are pretty much across the board good.
Yeah, the rifle, the actual.
Where am I going?
There's the Gonra, the one that Scope starts with. It starts with 3, shoots on every half beat, but it has a 1-tap reload, which is insane. So that's what makes that one real good. That's
Her Fyodor. Her Fyodor is a character whose health is money.
I'm just gonna call out. I predict that character. I was tossing wild predictions in Discord when in
I'm
run
gonna
up
go
to the.
Look over here, see if there's an item that I want. Yes, there is. I'm gonna take that. And
I got a bit of delay on the stream, so I don't know exactly what you're doing while we're talking. It's
Damage Slayer boots.
Right. Oh, and Sharp one. Yeah, that point might be
so
worth
Damage
it.
Slayer or Giant Slayer boots, not Damage Slayer. Giant Slayer boots give you some extra oomph, especially against bosses.
Yeah, okay, I mean, to be more specific, what Giant Slayer boots do is actually against normal enemies it doesn't do a lot, right? Because what it does is each shot does like 3% of HP.
3% of remaining HP.
Remaining HP, right? So when it gets to bosses with a lot of health, those first few shots, they're gonna just melt through that. Especially if you have a gun that shoots a lot, like high ammo, haunted revolver, or the Gonra, or burst, like burst guns, like the SMG. Like they'll melt through bosses with just boots. So yeah, that is definitely an item you're on the lookout for. But I think we were talking about it earlier. It does kind of depend because you also need to worry about.
I missed 2 firebolts against this guy.
Oh, hate to see it.
Oh, I already have max range.
Well, never be too sure. So yeah, stats only go up to 9. Like that, as you can see in the little, if you see the little menu there, it does only show 9, and it actually does not go beyond that. So that really is the max. In fact, there is even ways to drop below 9 again if you don't watch out.
Yeah. So the bracelet that I have, if I unequipped it, I will lose 1 stat in every stat.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter if you got that stat from the ring. If you already had the stat maxed out when you picked it up, you'll still lose it afterwards. So I've definitely made that mistake a few times before where I had maxed out stats and I accidentally picked it up and I was like, oh, I don't need it, and just got rid of it again. And it's like, oh, well, there you go. Every stat just dropped by 1.
Oh, that's actually a really good one. Spawn a chest.
Oh, that one's so good.
But I don't need it at this point.
Yeah, no, you definitely are already set, but spawn a chest is also like basically the one way. Well, I mean, there's other ways to break the game, but the go-to way to break this game, what you do is you get that ability, and but we didn't see Ymir, so I can't really talk about that one. But there's 2 bosses, Ymir, which is an Asgard 2, which we didn't go to because we went to Crypts. Crypts is the alternative to
the second.
We didn't
level?
really talk about that.
We didn't really talk about it. But
we just kind of went in there, right? So you may have noticed that after the first level, after each boss, we kind of go into the door there. But for the first level, we instead went into this alternative area called the Crypts. It got added in the.
So
Late Guard 2, and it includes.
So,
it automatically includes a well
so,
room, the
you-
tribute room, and
you
a whole
cut
bunch
out
of other
there?
very nice stuff.
you cut out there.
Oh boy.
The stream
I'm
the stream
back.
it probably looks terrible, or maybe it doesn't look terrible, but it might have froze for a bit. I just want to say Helheim. This is the last level.
All right.
It is terrible in terms of performance. So,
Oh yeah.
but anyway, we're on the final level. I want to see some Fafnir, please, in the chat.
Goodbye, man. Thank you, Hedwig. Yeah, I mean, I think that hasn't been talked about. So this is clear all rooms. So that's not really a thing. But like one of the biggest concerns in like any percent speed runs, I do want to touch upon is floor layout. Particularly, where the hell is the boss room? Because that's basically the only thing you're looking for when, I mean, of course, as well as items. So a lot of time in this game, speed running, any percent that is, not really clear all rooms, is just spent just like going through a few floors and deciding, well, I didn't get the boss room in the first 2 rooms, so it's not worth it anymore. It is quite frustrating, to be honest. But the game's still a lot of fun, so you know, whatever. Got the patience for it. I'm pretty sure like some of the more insane speedrunners that go for like 6-minute or 7-minute runs, like Grossley, Resvik, and MPR, those 3 in particular, I believe, they like reset mostly on Asgard 1 already. They
Whoa.
they'll like go in one room.
You'll see that sometimes I just get a lot of height, or
Alright.
I get a lot of height or a lot of speed, and that's you know.
Yeah, there's ways to abuse the physics. Usually on ramps mostly. If you jump at the right time on the ramp.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Upwards. And I think, yeah, I just finished that for you. As well as, I mean, the reverse, when you go down a ramp and you jump, I think you can get a bit of a horizontal speed boost as well. So that sometimes helps as well. So yeah, I mean, there's not.
Yay!
Oh,
you almost killed me.
Oh boy.
Alright, so I got the cert skip, even though I had 2 certs. I'm gonna go pick up some health.
Alright, so the cert skip is the, as you saw, you basically lure him to dash off of the platform. That's also possible
and I already have
with
these.
Go League, but you need like specific items to do that.
So this is the final boss.
Alright, there's one thing I wanted to mention as well. Is I was watching a stream of one of the composers, Two Towels, playing. What's this? Sam Unin, right? I think it was. He was playing the game, and he mentioned how, you know, how after the bosses, you guys probably saw it. They're like stay still for a moment, and you need to shoot them a few times, just in freestyle, freeform, or whatever.
These are.
You can see it here with.
Yeah, these are the finishers.
Yeah, I remember the composer said that, was it Josh, one of the devs, was like, this is the selling point of the game. This is the big thing about the game.
Yes.
You can just get the satisfaction out of shooting the boss like that. They don't just die. You get to decide.
So that is.
At what tempo it does.
That is BPM, bullets per minute, on hard.
Hell yeah.
Let's roll the credits.
Credits, yeah. Yeah, the rhythmic finish, it is, I mean, apparently, like, Josh was really stoked about that. And
Yeah.
to be fair, it is a really cool addition, but you don't really see that in speedruns because we just want to be fast. But yeah, that was it. It was at 26 minutes. That's, I mean, I don't know a lot about car for that matter, but that's decent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay. I think the world record for this category, if somebody submitted one, it's definitely under 20 minutes. So
Yeah, I just looked up. Respec has one of 15 minutes and 40 seconds,
Yeah.
but in general, car is not very well run category, so.
so I want to thank Bart for being here, for
No problem.
Excuse
it's
me.
a delight.
for commentating, and I want to thank Hedwig and the ukulele community, which I was a part of for a very long time, and thank Platonic. Basically, without Platonic, this whole community wouldn't exist. Yeah. I mean, BPM might exist, but yeah. Anyway,
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for being on here as well. I really enjoyed the
Yeah.
run.
okay.
That's a good run.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me as well. Yeah, I'm a relative outsider, so it was a delight to be invited on here, basically.
Nice. Yeah, I'll then take it over to the intermissions again. Thank you so much
Alright.
for being on here. I'm dabbing right now, nobody